Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm falling more in love with God every day. And I want you guys here with me. Like yesterday, I was freaking out over my friend Carrie and how this message that he told me about how God sent me to his specific message for February 11th is just blowing my freaking mind, guys. Like, I have to listen to this message every day from Carrie. And I'm just telling him that, and that keeps making me so happy because he taught me, like, forgiveness is for you. He said, this thing is just going to consume you because that other person, they don't even care if you forgive them or not. And he said, you have to forgive for your own peace and for your own joy, man. And so every day I listen to this message from Carrie from February 11th, just reminding myself of the person that God would have me to be, loving, unconditional, and making allowance for others. So I sent Carrie that in a text yesterday. I said, this is what you're teaching me. Loving unconditionally and making allowances for others, right, guys? That was at 10:51. So, oh my gosh, guys, I get to the park because I was talking to him while I was doing my run. So at 11:35, guys, can you see the dates down there? 11:35. How many minutes is that? 35 plus 9, right? So I get there to the park and I found this cool place to really sit down and hash out everything going on with me, guys, with God. Look what I found on the table that somebody left behind, this book. What does the book say? Experiencing God's love, unconditional love. So we can share it with others. Mercy. And that's the big lesson that Carrie's been teaching me, guys. So for somebody to leave this book behind, after I just sent that message to Carrie, that's what he's teaching me. God had somebody to leave a book for me to confirm this message that this is where he wants us all, guys. How could this be a coincidence? How could this just be some random occurrence? It's God and his deep love for me and for you, because I want you guys to get this lesson too from Carrie. And we have to just keep loving, guys. Even up to this morning, I'm listening to a message from Carrie, trying to wrap my mind around something that's going on. And the lesson again from Carrie was keep forgiving, keep forgiving, keep forgiving, So this is where God wants us, guys. That this life is crazy. People are going to disappoint us. It's going to be filled with frustrations. But we just have to keep our eyes fixed on God, guys. Just knowing that he's with us and getting the wisdom from good people like Carrie, who teaches us, Nick, you got to keep loving, man. Unconditionally. That's what he's been teaching me, guys. That's the message from God. That he has asked me to take on this difficult stuff in my life and pass on the lesson to you guys. So that's the lesson for today, guys. Just to keep forgiving. That we're going to do that. Love unconditionally. The same love that God gives us. We're going to share it with the world, guys. And that will give us the peace and the joy, knowing that we handle nothing alone, guys. This book showing up made me so happy yesterday. Like, no way this was just some random coincidence, That this was just God. 44 minutes after 7, that message to Carrie, that God just confirmed it, guys. That he's with us. His invisible presence is always with us. And this is what gives your girl the joy and the peace and the courage and the ability to forgive and to love unconditionally no matter what. Because we're doing it for God, guys. Everything is between us and God. And let me tell you how God showed up again. My son, Emmy, first he said he didn't want soccer boots. Then he said he wanted soccer boots. Then he didn't want it. Then he wanted it. So he has me like running around trying to find soccer boots for him. So I go to the Nike store. And 2 people said, we don't have those soccer boots here. Guess what, guys? I went, but the last person said, but you can check over there, but I know we don't have them. What was at the Nike store? The soccer boots for my son. So I just called him up and I said, Emmy, do you realize this is God's love for you? That he arranged for these soccer boots to be at that store for you? So anything, and the reason why I'm getting these soccer boots for him is because this little 15-year-old son is changing my life. He asked me one day, he said, Mommy, Why is daddy the fun one and you're not fun? And that really got me thinking. I used to be the fun mom. What's going on with me? But I realized I got so caught up in my head with all the foolishness and all the crazy thoughts that my son was seeing that I wasn't happy, guys. So he got me running every day on this 5K run, hashing it out with God, like, God, why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? And God is just coming through for me, guys. I feel like so close to God. So that's why I said, anywhere I have to go to find soccer boots for my son, I will get them. So the fact that they had, not only that they have the soccer boots, they have the soccer boots in my son's size, and he loves them. You know, so I just want you guys to know that God is with us. His invisible presence is always with us. It's just for us to tap into his voice, like I've learned to tap into his voice through Carrie. I run to his messages to replay. I have a whole YouTube playlist of just Carrie where I go in when I get in my crazy moods. And I listen. And like this morning, he didn't disappoint me again with the message to keep forgiving. So guys, let's keep forgiving. Let's let the joy of the Lord reflect in us, that we're his loving people, we're his representatives, we're clothing ourselves with this beautiful mercy, because none of us are perfect. You know, I just talked to Emmy. He got banned from the PS4 because he used my card, which he wasn't supposed to use, and I reported it, you know. I said, no way my children are gonna use my card without talking to me. And turns out that he did, you know, but I just used it as a lesson to teach him about integrity and these values and principles. That when you walk with God, guys, he doesn't disappoint you. On the high road that we keep loving, keep being these better than best people, all for his glory. So guys, don't miss out. I don't want to be this happy by myself. I was out on the road again, happy dancing like nobody's business. So I want the whole world with me, feeling God's joy and his presence to give us this fearless courage to just take on our lives beautifully, courageously, and lovingly, knowing there's never a moment that he's not with us. That's one of the messages that I got from Carrie too recently, that Joshua 1:9. That wherever we go, God is with us. He said, haven't I commanded you, be strong and courageous? And we can use that as a tool against anxiety. I'm using it against sadness too. And I have no reason to be sad, man. Emmy, your mom is a new person now. I have the joy of the Lord, man. That we can know that every moment God is there, okay? And he'll figure out these little glimmers of his presence, to have somebody leave behind books, to confirm his messages, and to just let me know that I'm not tackling life alone. So I have a challenge from my mama. She said, Nick, I'm watching you to see if you can handle this thing. And so I got to put on a good show for my mom, my 90-year-old mom, who's so loving and so kind, and everything that I'm learning from her. I told her today I'm her #1 fan, guys. So this is where I want us all tackling life lovingly, kindly, fun, happy, you know? And that's my mom, man. So guys, don't miss out. The best life with God. Make sure you're having your appointments with him. Check out the playlist, the Carrie playlist. I'm learning all the wisdom that's helping me to tackle my life, guys. Peace.